Yo, what up? This your man Chosen, Milk Chocolate City, Soulful House Entertainment. I'm here chilling with my man DJ Stingray. Say what's up to the people, Stingray.
How you doing, guys? How you doing? Nice to be here.
Look, let's jump right into it, man. You are a DJ, a producer, and a percussionist.
Yes, sir.
How did you get started?
Well, got started. My family is very musically inclined, if you will. I have a family member, Jimmy Sabatel, who was part of Fania back in the day. My father's also a musician, Rafi Sabatel, and he had a band growing up my whole entire life. At the age of 2, he told me I was like next to his band with a little cowbell playing. So I've been playing from very early on. And then my older brother, Ralph Jr., he plays as well. He has a band in New York right now in the Bronx. So it came from all of that. Then my uncle, Tito, who used to be a DJ, I learned from him being Puerto Rican and all Latin cultures and family. They usually go to somebody's house in the weekend, and his house was usually the house we went to because he had the biggest house. And so he had equipment, and it just started from that, watching him, and then he sort of passed it on to me, and I used to go with him and do different events and different parties in the neighborhood or in different local bars and stuff like that. So it started off from there, it started with playing instruments first, timbales and congas and little toys, maracas and the guiro and all that, just playing all those different things. And DJing came at the age around 10, 11. Is where that started, and sort of built from there.
So are you one of the only DJs that we know of who actually DJs and plays the congas at the same time?
That I know of, yeah. I don't know if there's another DJ that actually DJs and plays percussion at the same time. There are DJs that have someone else that does it with them. You have big DJs now. Louis Vega has his band, Elements of Life. He has you got Black Coffee. He has a percussion player.
But they're not DJing.
Right, you got Black Motion that they're two people, but again, one is a DJ, one is a percussion player. Right. So as far as I know, I'm the only one in the world that is doing both at the same time. And I guess my thing is the marketing part of it is trying to get the word out that I do these things. Has always been a challenge for me. I'm more of the artist in the background, trying to produce the music and trying to make people feel good with the music that I'm either playing from other producers or my music as a whole. But being the only DJ percussionist in the world, I think is
unique.
It's unique.
It's unique, right?
Yeah.
So you were saying most of your influence are family influences.
Yeah.
So who are you influenced musically, as far as who's in the scene or in the industry that influenced you?
Well, I mean, the DJs that I saw coming up were first hip hop DJs in the block parties and in the park jams. Right. Back in those days, Cool Herc and Grandmaster Flash and Zulu and all these DJs that were in the neighborhood. Being born and raised in the Bronx, and at that time where hip hop was first born and coming up, and watching breakdancing develop from all of this, and I mean, it was a great time to be in New York and be alive and be part of that whole thing. And then from hip hop and I think the first house DJ that I saw that opened my eyes was at the time Little Louis Vega. Now he's Louis Vega.
Right.
Back in the day it was Little Louis Vega.
Shout out to Louis Vega.
Yeah, shout out to Louis Vega. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to say he's a friend, a mentor. But at that time, yeah, it was him at first that opened up my eyes to like the freestyle and the house and everything else. And so it was, I mean, where my uncle was, salsa merengue, disco, But it was, you know, Little Louis Vega at the time again, where I was introduced to more of the freestyle in the house.
Got it. So, what artists are you working with now, currently?
Right now, working with a few different people. Right now, working with Leo from Boston. Victor, I did something with him on his label. Victor Hernandez. He is part of Adawaka Records with his wife, Nanena. Yeah, they're a powerful couple. Him producing and her with her poetry is incredible. But yeah, I'm working with them, you know, Oscar P, Nori Coro, other artists that I've worked with recently, just working with other people, just, you know, trying to get more things going. Hook and bass also is another, some other people that I've worked with recently, and actually going to be working with Will Rodriguez. He has a few new tracks coming out, hook and bass productions. So yeah, working with a lot of close friends.
Right. So the whole ball of wax, how many years would you say you've been DJing?
It's about 35 years now.
Wow, 35 years
of constantly playing music.
So you just saw the component sets to the Technique turntables to the controllers to the CDJ. You've done it all.
Yeah, I've done it all. I have storage unit that has all my vinyl.
Right.
But I still have all my vinyl from, you know, all the years of DJing. Yeah, it's a great thing to have.
What advice would you give to new up and coming DJs, you know, trying to get in the game?
Learn the history.
At least the house music game, at least that.
Learn the history. Learn the history of house music and where it came from. And I think you'll have a better appreciation for the music that you're playing if you know where it came from.
Exactly.
You know, you have a lot of DJs now that they think because they have a laptop now, you know, you're a DJ, and I think it has a lot more to do with that. You know, because it is a big history when it comes to this music, you know, from disco to the freestyle to the house music, and, you know, from Chicago, New York, and London, Europe, and, you know, all these places, South Africa, you know, for I mean, that's playing all this music. There's a big history to it, and I think for a DJ to really appreciate the music, the culture, is to really know the history.
Right. It has to be felt.
Yep.
Not just heard. House music has to be felt from the inside.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you got this thing called Tribal Life.
Yes.
Tell the people out there, what is Tribal Life?
Tribal Life for me is something I've always played tribal in all my years of DJing. Even from early on, there's always been some kind of Afro influence in my music. Being a percussionist, that's always something that I felt. So Tribal Life is I guess how I live through my music. And I had a radio show, still do. It's coming back real soon. But a radio show that I called Tribal Life, and it came from that. I was trying to think of a name that I really wanted to represent the music, the culture, and my life all in one.
All wrapped up in one.
After a couple of days of thinking about it, Tribal Life is the one name that just kept popping up in my head. Right. It was just like Tribal Life. It was like tribal and life, and put it together, that's me. It's just like, it can't get any better than that. So it's just like, and every time I bounce it off someone, like, hey, what you think about this name? Oh, I like that name. So it just stood from that. Sort of like I got my DJ name. A friend of mine from college, Raz. What's up, Raz? Someone else that is a DJ, and it's been around forever, from Brooklyn as well. And he's the one that gave me my name back. I mean, you already know how I'm pretty old, but yes. So back in like the early 90s, when I was in college, that's when I got my name. And there is another DJ that sort of bit my name in Detroit. So that's why I sort of implemented DJ Stingray Tribal Life.
He took Stingray.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. He took Stingray. So, and I'm not the type of person to really go crazy over it, but I might have to eventually fix that. But yeah, that's how I got my DJ name, and then Tribal Life is basically, it came from doing a radio show, and then just trying to, you know, put it all together.
So let the people know where, you know, what's up, what's next for DJ Stingray. Where can they find you at? Where you playing at?
So right now I do a monthly party in New York. It's on 115th First Avenue at a place called Calaveras. The name of the party is called Beats and Drums New York City, and I do it with my brother, my man, DJ FM, Fred Maldonado. He has Baby Powder Sessions, and with Baby Powder Sessions and Tribal Life, we came together and we came up with Beats and Drums New York City. And we play soulful classics. We even play a little bit of sci-fi in there. You know, obviously house, Afro house. And I have my drums with me, so I'm always playing percussion as well. But it's a really good party. It's coming up. It's getting better and better. We just had a hook and bass, Willie and Tito guest spot. The last one, and the one before that, we had Bobby Morales, who's legendary in New York. Mr. Classics. He was a guest DJ as well. So the party's getting bigger. We're gonna have more guest DJs come through, and in the future, you're gonna find me in DC, because by the end of the summer, I will be transferring. I should say, transporting myself from New York to DC, you know, try to keep doing my music.
Keep Tribal Life alive. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I heard that DC Stingray in DC.
So yeah, and we just had a party this past Saturday, right here, thanks to you, and that was a great party. And Tony Soul he was amazing. Shout out to Tony Soul, my man.
Tony.
Yo, he was amazing. And I think that whole night was just the whole vibe. You starting, him coming in, me, and then all of us at the end, all together. It was wow. It was amazing. It was a great party. Can't wait to do that again. For you, if you wasn't there, you missed out. But it was a great night. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. But yeah, that's what's coming up. Oh, I have new production.
Right, new tracks.
Coming up with Leo. That was called Ready Drop, and then there's a new track with Victor that I also did all the percussion on that. And I don't have a name for that one yet, but that one is also coming out soon.
Would it be sometime in the next couple of months?
Yeah, I would say in the next couple of months. Both tracks will probably be out in the next couple of months.
What label? Would it hit Track Source?
Adawaka, yeah, definitely hit Track Source. They'll be on there for sure. You could definitely find a lot of my music on Apple Music, Track Source, Spotify, Tidal. They're all over. So if you look up DJ Stingray, hopefully you'll find me and not the guy from Detroit. But you'll know the difference, because my stuff is Afro influence, so you'll know. Yeah, but that's what I have coming up.
Anything else you want to tell the people?
That's just thank you for the support and the love. I appreciate it. And keep a lookout for me. I'm going to be getting to be traveling in a lot of different places, hopefully South Africa in the next few months. And but looking forward to hitting your dance floor and making y'all dance and sweat.
All right, y'all heard it first. DJ Stingray, Chosen, aka Chosen the House Head, Soulful House Entertainment, Milk Chocolate City, right here in DC and around the globe. Thank y'all. We out.